All right, future designers and developers, here we go. We now have this website and we are trying to turn it into this website over here. So how we're going to go about this, we're going to just start at the top and work our way down. Now the first thing you're going to notice is that I got a pretty sweet font here. It's a font that I like to use all the time. It's actually pretty basic, and it's one that comes inside of our Google like Drive and everything like that, but I think it works for a lot of things. So I'm going to use Oswald. Oswald is the font that I want to use. I'm going to use light 300 and medium 500. Since I'm going to actually import this, I'm just going to grab this over here, and I am going to add that into my CSS at the very top. So I'm going to import the fonts of Oswald at 300 and 500, and that's actually perfect. If I go into my Figma over here and I were to choose, say, I just want, where is CV over here? You can see Oswald. If I go into my inspect over here, it tells me Oswald, font style normal, font weight 30 pixels. So I'm going to take all of this. I'm just going to copy and paste that. So let's start doing that. I need that for my fonts over here. So actually, before we do that, we want to make sure that we can actually see this. So for our nav, we're going to change our background color. I want to keep that text. So I'm going to throw that in over here. Then let's go find, what color did I choose? How is this green looking? Where is that? Rectangle 15. Cool. I'm gonna grab that color. Go back to this one over here. Yeah. All right. So my nav color. Cool. And you can see it's already changed all the fonts and everything like that, but clearly we don't want this for all of them. So the first thing that we're gonna do, let's change our nav's display. So inside of our nav, we are going to take out the weight and size. Those are gonna be things that we are going to change based on whether or not it is our H1 or H2. So I am going to say display. We're going to make this flexbox. So that should now have those fit in. Awesome. And then for this, I want to align items center. So now we should have them, yep, right in the middle of the page. Perfect. Cool. All right, so now we want to change our H1s and H2s. So I'm gonna make my H1 over here, and let's change the color of the text to white. We're going to change font size to 36 pixels, and our font weight for this one is 500. So cool, that looks good. Now we are going to call out our A tag because that's what we have for our, whatchamacallit. Did I hit caps lock? Yeah, nope. There we go. Because that's where these are actually A tags, even if we changed our items and everything like that. So over here for our A tag, we're going to change our text decoration to none, and color, we want to set that at white, but I'm actually going to set this at a opacity. So I'm going to call out opacity. And over here, I'm going to set that at 0.6. 0.6. So it's going to be a little bit less than, not as strong if it loads. Come on. Oh, well, I would hope if I spelt this right. There we go. Cool. So now they're a little bit grayed out, and that's okay because we're going to change that a little bit. Now for this, we want to change our font size. We're going to make that 30. Not 30 pixels, 30. And then this one, I set that at 30 pixels, 36 point. It's a little wonky right now, but we'll clean that up in a second. Cool. So now we need to change our ordered list and then our list items. So inside of our order list, we're going to change our list style to none. And then we're also going to, we're going to change our list item. We're going to display, and we're going to change that to inline. So now they all should be in a row. Cool. We're going to set padding just to the left, not padding right. I'll set that at 40 pixels. See how that is. We'll make that a little bit larger. 60 pixels. Cool. That seems good. Then our, style's all good. Cool. Let's see, what else do we want to do? We want to space these out a little bit. So we're going to add some padding to the left of our H1. Make that 40 pixels so it's in line with our column. Sweet, that's going to be really nice because it's all formatted over there. And then we're going to change our padding right because it is in this flex box. This will just be a nice little easy thing. We're going to change this let's do 40%. Looks pretty good. We're going to see how far we can go before it hops over to a new line. 45%. That looks good. I like that. Cool. All right, now these are still on a heavier weight, so we're going to change that. So inside of our A attribute, we are going to do our font weight. We'll set that to 300. We got a missing semicolon right there. Cool. That looks good. So now the reason that I set the opacity down is that I want to have a hover effect on these. So let's do that too. So I'm going to start by, we'll go into our A hover. And now for this one, I am going to set our opacity. So when we hover over it, the opacity is going to be at 1. And then I'm going to set a transition so it doesn't just pop right to it. So transition will do 0.4 seconds. So just under half a second. So now when I hover to it, it slowly becomes that transition. Now when I remove out of it, it snaps right away. So I want to set a transition, the same transition, whenever it's just set. So now it should transition in and out pretty nicely. You can see it softly goes. I'm gonna move up we'll make this just to show a little bit more, 0.6. Did it save that? No. 0.6 seconds. 0.6 seconds. Yeah, that's a little bit softer. Little nice transition just going through these. Cool. So that looks pretty good. Yeah. All right. Let's call it there on this one. Then we're gonna go and we are going to basically finish this up. I think we should be able to finish everything in our next video tutorial. All right, I'll talk to you later.